painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment.
Wait.
Oh! Hey everybody, welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. Or Lil.
Little
Minis.
Little minis.
I'm Rick.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
And today we're going to be painting some Song of Ice and Fire miniatures from CMON.
We are.
We've got the Mountains Men. We were hoping it would have been something else, but we're going to paint these.
Next month. Next month we'll paint those. So, but we've got the Mountains Men. So very cool.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. I'm so excited for the new season coming up.
The new season, yeah. April 14th. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
April 14th? I think so, yeah.
I saw something about, it was like a definitive timeline of when you should start rewatching all the old ones so you can catch up for the new season in time.
Well, it's, what, 10 hours per season?
Is it? I think so, yeah.
So...
Factor in some sleep, maybe.
Nah. So, April 7th, I think you could probably do it. If you want to like be hardcore, be super hardcore, is the way to do that.
It'd be like those Lord of the Ring marathons, right? Where you just sit in the theater for 17 hours.
Exactly. But like 3 times over. It'd be crazy. We should definitely do it.
We got lots of people in the chat already. We got Chris Cox and Walter and Carl and Keith and Chris Gorka. Everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just wanted to add more of me in there. Okay.
I always have my serious face on. They're like, Rick has a serious face on as he shares away.
Yep.
Arr. It's true.
Heavy concentration.
Yeah.
Actually, there we go. The these mountains men that we're painting, there are 3 different sort of troopers that we have.
What?
No. So this guy with sort of the crazy hair and the cool mustache. We have this guy with the long hair, and he has lots and lots of armor. Basically everything sort of from the front is plate mail and chain mail. So he's going to be nice and easy to do. Lots of cool silver. And then there is the one that I'm not allowed to paint today because both Rick and Mia chose this one. Is this guy. But who knows, I might steal one.
I saw that.
Hey, there's a
So yeah, we're going to have some fun messing around with silver and some quilted work, some quilted leather probably. Maybe not leather, but we'll do it in a leather color.
Yeah.
We'll see. And right at the end there, we'll get to do some of the yellow on the tabards for the for House Clegane. So, yep. And we also have this guy who looks an awful lot like this one, but with different equipment. Well, sword in the other hand, plus the banner. So we'll get those going as well. Should be cool.
All right.
There we go.
Wow, those look almost fine like that. Those look pretty good.
I know, just with the base.
Just with the crazy sort of pseudo Zenithal Prime.
Well, when you say pseudo, it's totally pseudo.
Well, it was just from the front.
Yeah.
Rather than
At an angle.
on an angle from over there kind of thing. So that's where the pseudo comes from.
Ruined.
Ruined. Ruined.
So one of the things I was saying why I like these ones.
Someone's on Twitch.
No, you lie.
I was saying I
Where are our
like
friends
these
on Twitch?
ones
You like
because you
this
can
one?
really tell like the difference, like where is the armor? Because sometimes I'm like, is that armor? Is that skin? Is that a leg?
Yeah. These
And
ones
this
are
is-
really sharp.
Say hi to Demon Dim Bloodguard over on Twitch. Thanks for joining us today, Demon Dim Bloodguard.
That's a tongue twister.
It is.
Yep.
But
Cool.
I like it though.
me too.
I think these, I do like all of the armor on them. Stuff going to make them quick to paint.
Right.
Probably had to get your entire unit done today, Rick.
What?
Yeah. Are these going to go with your Gregor Clegane that I painted up last year?
Probably.
Yeah.
In that, so I use Gregor Clegane as one of my D&D miniatures.
Okay.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah. I've been playing quite a bit of Song of Ice and Fire lately.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's a very cool game.
You been going to games and stuff to play?
No, playing at my buddy Eric's place.
Okay.
But, yeah, finally getting the hang of using the tactics cards. That,
Okay.
They're a pretty big part of the game. You have sort of depending. Oh,
We're all
ignore that. I've
dropping
got the dropsies
today.
today. Yeah, depending on you have faction-specific tactics cards that you
Okay.
can use. A lot of the Stark cards are based around you call it, sort of maneuver.
Okay.
Getting sort of extra charges in, or being able to retreat when you need to. So that's very cool. But then, depending on which commander you choose, you get another set of commander-specific tactics cards
Okay.
that are sort of very much focused on those. So I usually take Robb Stark and get a lot more of the maneuver-type cards,
Okay.
which are good.
Scott Cod, I want to make sure I say this right. Coddington says hello. He says "Good evening all," or evening.
Evening, Scott.
Hello.
And, Walter's wondering if everybody's keeping warm. Yes,
Trying.
because it's not cold.
Trying.
Yep.
Did you guys get a lot of snow?
Where?
In Baltimore?
Like last week?
We got like a
in Baltimore.
inch.
Oh, really?
Something
How
like
did you
that.
guys only get an inch? I got 8 inches at my house.
Man,
Yep.
It was horrible.
I wish we got 8 inches of snow.
You could have it. I'm good without it.
Getting way closer now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It works better when I get closer.
I tried.
Max says, "Oh yeah, Song of Ice and Fire. Played a ton of games when I was in New Zealand. Nice."
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Chris says it's like 60 degrees where he's at and windy.
60?
I'll take that.
Mhm.
I'll take the wind.
Yeah.
To have 60 degrees.
The women, the warmth.
Yeah.
I was in Peoria, Illinois over the weekend, and yesterday morning, as we were getting up to leave the airport, it was 2
Two
2?
degrees.
2 degrees.
2 degrees Fahrenheit, which is
Gross.
minus 15 Celsius.
That's a beautiful thought.
I'm sure there was additional wind chill, but
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad except that it's really windy.
that's the worst part, I think.
Has it been windy down in Virginia as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Which makes it where I can't figure out if the wind made my package go into the bushes or if it was the UPS guy. So I found a bunch of packages and they were all in a bush.
Right,
And I was-
okay.
And like my UPS guy's kind of a little bit lazy. We've got him on camera just like leaving stuff on stairs and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know if this was him or if the wind was just really strong and shoved it all the way over here.
I don't know. So your UPS guy is pretty good, right? He's sort of
Yeah.
your,
The USPS?
sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah,
USPS
my
guy.
USPS guy is-
My bad. Yep.
I left him chocolates last year for Christmas. And it was fantastic.
Our USPS lady is really good. So we always know when she's got a day off.
No.
Yeah,
Service changes that drastically?
considerably. Yeah.
Wow.
One of those ones where, because I work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll sort of work down in my basement and come up in the afternoon, and there's a notification saying, "Hey, we tried to deliver this package."
Oh,
And it's
no.
like, at no point did you knock. But no, our regular one is really good though. So there we go.
Yeah, I work from home and we have one of those little mail slots. And it scares the bejesus out of me every time when they actually use it. There's only one person that uses it, and I never know when she's working.
All right.
But I'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden it sounds like someone's coming through my front door. And I'm like, hiya!
What's going on?
Please.
That's funny.
So now, does everyone here watch Game of Thrones?
David Vaughn is on YouTube watching us. We are painting Song of Ice and Fire miniatures from Simon. Thanks for joining us, David.
We're painting the Mountains Men. I might actually just throw that there.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's kind of in shot. So I was mentioning before that these are really good because they've got lots and lots of armor.
Yeah.
So just doing a quick run through. Everybody's painting the models with a silver.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm using gunmetal.
I'm using
I think
silver
that's-
plate mail.
Plate mail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use,
No,
yeah,
no, I'm using
plate mail.
gunmetal as well.
Okay,
Sorry.
and Mia's using plate mail in the middle
Yes.
there. So we're painting that on first, and then we're going to pop a, well, at the moment I'm popping a dark tone wash from Army Painter over it. To get back in, get a little bit depth in the armor plates.
let me do that. Okay, which one are you using then?
There we go.
The dark shade.
Yep.
Gotcha. And you just kind of, it's like a wash, so you just put like a little bit on there, right? On top?
Just, you can put it all, sort of splash it all over the whole
Oh, okay.
mini. And, oop, definitely got the dropsies.
Right?
But thankfully I dropped it right into the wash and went on the shoulder pad. So,
Perfect.
yep. I guess it's pauldron, really, if it's a...
On his elbow?
No, on the shoulder.
Yeah, pauldron.
Pauldron. Is the elbow also pauldron?
No, it is a van brace,
Okay.
I believe. Van brace, rear brace. No, van brace is forearm, rear brace is upper arm. Pauldron or ball.
You're going to say baldric, will you?
I was about to say baldric, yeah. Oh, very nice. I haven't had a chance to pay it. We'll get it soon. I've seen great reviews on it. Yeah, it's got some really good reviews.
Yeah.
I like this dark wash thing. What is this? This is amazing.
Pauldron is a shoulder.
Cool.
What's the elbow?
That I don't know.
Elbow piece. Need paint
Yeah.
handles.
Yes.
You know, I'll use mine. I have one here.
Yeah, we have some, but I think usually I'm painting so many miniatures at a time, like 5 or 10 miniatures at a time, that I'm just used to not using them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think if I had the painting handles, I'd probably still drop them.
Also makes sense.
That's more of a me being clumsy.
Elizabeth Beckley, hello. Beckley Bradford is her.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, welcome.
Hey. Excellent. Good to see you, Liz.
I really like this dark wash and like the effect that it gives. I don't think I've used this with you guys yet.
Yeah, I think it's primarily because I try and avoid using washes on the show.
Oh, okay.
Because we've got such a sort of short time frame.
And it does take washes a little longer to dry.
Yeah. So what you'll be able to do once you put the wash on is grab another guy and paint the silver on him.
Oh. Well, see, I just put the wash over the silver parts.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, I did. I just
Okay,
put over
yeah.
the silver so that way I could do the other
Right.
colors.
Ah, okay, just the silver. Right.
Yeah, just the silver.
Yeah. That's me being a bit messy, I guess.
A counter, C-O-U-T. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. It's a counter.
I've never heard that before. Crazy. There we go. But I love the style of the armor on these guys as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a mix of high fantasy and reality.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
got that, yeah, like a late medieval kind of look.
Mm-hmm. walking tanks.
Excellent. So do we have some people in the chat who have played the game? Do we? Was it a Scott earlier?
Chris says, I don't use them, but I don't drop them all that much. We're having a day, Chris.
Technically today, well, for some people it's a Monday, so I'm going to go with that.
Michael Gonzalez is over on YouTube. Hi, all. I'm working on my Iron Throne from the Game of Thrones Kickstarter. So much dry brushing. I have no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That is a huge model.
Ross Bonilla asks, so who decides what you paint and what happens to the minis when you finish? That's a great question, Ross. So
Throw it into the fire.
we throw it through the moon window, the moon door.
We see the bad minis fly.
You see make the bad minis fly.
Yeah.
No, so Dave and I tend to sit down and kind of discuss based on what is going to be shipping or available at your local game stores, so that we can kind of keep in track with what's going to be hot and popular. And so then we plan out the month of what we're going to paint. That's going to change a little bit starting next month because I'll be hopefully having better discussions with actual manufacturers.
Awesome.
So that we can get what they would like to see painted here.
Right, okay.
And then usually the minis, once we're done painting, either we give them away.
Yep,
Or
sometimes we give them away.
Sometimes I keep them for display here. We got some on the shelves in the background. And then a lot of times if it's D&D related, I tend to kind of like
Take them home.
take those
Complicated.
home. Yeah, I confiscate them and then I use them against people at conventions and in gameplay. So speaking of which, the mountain that you painted for me
Yep.
was used at PAX Unplugged as Shandor Silverblade
Okay. Yeah.
in a game I ran for a bunch of folk, which was a lot of fun.
Man, Shandor is huge.
He is. He's like almost 7 foot tall.
Wow. That's cool. And occasionally I take some home.
That yeah.
Yeah.
And guess.
Yeah, I have a couple that I've
Yeah.
painted at home.
So
Okay. And I'm going to grab this guy as well.
and we did donate one to we sent one to I believe a convention, and then I know we gave one of them was a set was won by Josh at Mini Painting Studios, and he donated that to a convention.
Okay. Cool.
So it's all over the place where they end up.
Yeah. It
But
really is.
nobody really in the chat has said that they've so much.
Have you played a lot of the
played.
game yet? It's kind of a it's an odd game as far as a hobby miniatures game, in that all the models are already assembled. They come pre-assembled straight out of the box. They all have their own color, the faction color. So I mean, even though we're going to be painting these Cleganes or the Mountains Men, silver and
Dark.
Silver and dark. Silver and yellow, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to get kind of bright. Silver and yellow, they come in red plastic, which is like, no, can't see any of it on there. Because they're part of the Lannister faction. That you don't really have to paint them
Right.
for playing, because you can tell whose models are who. And I think that's sort of a definite, a very sort of clear decision by Simon to say that it's actually open to everybody.
Yeah.
People who just like the game, and people who like to game and paint, people who just like to paint. So
Yeah.
it's a very interesting approach. I think it's cool.
And I like to paint, and I like to game, and I also like to use miniatures for games they're not meant for.
Right.
So do you use D&D characters for your Monopoly tokens? That would
I
be actually
would.
fun.
Yeah, I would do that.
Take that dog. Take my mountain.
It's a giant thimble. There must be giants about. Um, Army Painter Gunmetal, yes, Mike. That is what we're using. You take my daughter to kindergarten, then hopefully I'll be back in time to enjoy the show. Hey, thanks, David.
What else we got?
Byron says, poor thing. She needs some elbow room. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm used to fitting into tiny little spots.
Perfect.
But when we're painting, it's always bump, bump, bump.
Yeah. But we also
Left and right.
do some of that on purpose because we want her to mess up because she's actually really good.
Yep.
And, you know, we got to keep her, you know,
Humble.
check.
humble. I guess. That sounds so bad. I should not have said that.
Let me humble you.
Stop being so good at the thing.
It was a really weird thing to say, Rick.
I know, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
I have that foot and mouth disease.
It's all right. Now I know how you really feel.
Yeah, you're a great painter.
There we go. All good.
I think it just helps it with cosplay, especially like dry brushing. Like the first time we did dry brushing, I was like, I got this. I know how to do this.
Yeah, and you rocked it. That was with that creature from Dark Souls. There was the gaping maw that you made it look like it had like a fiery mouth thing, which was really cool.
And now, which yellow is the
Okay, for the yellow,
faction yellow?
I would say one of the yellow's a tough color. Generally, a tough color to paint over sort of anything, really, because typically the pigment's quite thin. So this one here that I'm throwing in here, the Citadel Base Avalon Sunset. Trying to avoid the shine. Is great because it's like a desaturated yellow. It's got more pigment in it, and the pigment covers a lot better.
Oh, okay.
So I would recommend actually starting with a mix of that and this one here, which is, there we go, red leather. Turn it around so that, there we go.
combine
You
the
can read
two.
properly. Yeah, just as a base, and then you can highlight up with and sunset.
gotcha.
And then we'll move to Crazy Sun Yellow.
For some of the highlights and pops.
Yep. So I think
Nice.
a base of those two will give you a good start.
Alright. I like when Dave tells me what colors to use. It takes the guesswork out of it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I think I was having some good conversations over the weekend about that sort of thing, and like paint recipes being really helpful, and yeah, as I say, taking the guesswork out, but allowing you to focus on sort of where you're applying the colors.
Yeah.
So when you first start out and you're not sure how different colors work or react or that sort of thing, it can be tough because you're thinking about everything, every little step along the way. So it feels a lot tougher than it actually should be. Whereas having a cool recipe to follow when you're starting out is nice and easy. Lets you focus on what you're doing. Yeah.
So for the cloth bits that become the yellow bits,
Yep.
I'm using some Vallejo bronze flesh tone
Okay. Yep.
as my base, and then I'll light it up with the a brighter yellow
With the sun
afterwards.
yellow. Yep. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to do it. But yeah, generally, if you can find a color that has a good coverage and is on that yellow, in the yellow/orange sort of spectrum, is good. Of course, you could put white down first, a couple of layers of white, sort of nice and smooth. But yeah, I really like the Avalon Sunset because it's almost like one one coat and you're done.
Yeah, it's got really good coverage, even when it's mixed with the other one.
Yep. Sometimes mixing, if you've got two colors that are fairly translucent, I guess, when you mix them together, you can get a lot more opacity, greater opacity from just by mixing. I couldn't give you an example right now of two of those colors, but just because I probably haven't thought about them in a while. But
Walter, yeah, what minis are you referencing? Because Walter had asked, are there any companies that sell imported minis here in the U.S.? And I'm like, yeah, there are a lot of miniatures are imported miniatures.
Yep.
So
which?
yeah, which brand? I
Oh,
saw
which-
some from
which type?
Star Hat in New Zealand that he loved.
Oh, okay. Oh, that they're a New Zealand company. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Star Hat.
Yeah, with Star, if they're a New Zealand company, you might need to sort of shoot them a message and say, "Hey, is anybody carrying your products
Right.
stateside?"
So, watch any good shows this weekend, Dave? In the hotel room when you had an opportunity?
We weren't actually in a hotel room,
Oh,
which is kind of funny. I was telling everybody before that I went out to Peoria, Illinois, to along with a group of other hobbyists, to work on scenery for the 40K Kill Team tournaments at Adepticon this year, which will be in March, late March. We were basically, a couple of other groups had, over the last month, have put together almost 400 pieces of terrain.
Oh, wow.
it's crazy.
So we went out to paint them and try and get them all done in a weekend, which we did, which was pretty amazing.
400 pieces in a
400
weekend.
pieces of terrain, so each person averaged about 40 pieces. But we got production lines going and
Right.
that sort of thing. It was an amazing thing to see. But our host was Hank Edley, who's the one of the organizers of Adepticon.
Okay.
And he has a rental property down the block from his house, and doesn't have tenants in there at the moment. So we
Okay.
stayed there.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
There were, I think, 7 or 8 of us staying in his rental property.
That's hilarious.
Yep. All on air mattresses and that sort of thing. But
Nice.
yeah, Hank and his wife took great care of us with food. There was lots and lots of food,
Nice.
which was great. Saturday morning was biscuits and gravy.
Ooh, I
And the
love biscuits and
The
gravy.
gravy was
I
spectacular.
bet. It's Midwest gravy, yo.
That was awesome. An awesome sausage gravy. Nice and peppery. But yeah, so we had a great time. It was very cool. So I didn't actually watch any movies in a hotel room.
No, that's crazy.
But we started painting at about 9 a.m. and we finished around 11, 12 p.m. And then went back and crashed.
Mike Becker says it sounds like a terrain labor camp.
Yeah. There were lots of sweatshop jokes going around. But it was good. Lots of good friends and fun times.
That's perfect. Max Linger says, and the minis are, yes, get some Star Hat minis. Darcy is such a nice dude. And the minis are amazing. Painted a whole store display worth of his minis last year and also some for him.
Oh, cool.
If
Check
anybody,
those out.
after the program, if you could send us a link, if anybody would be willing to send a link to their product,
Yep.
that'd be cool to take a look at it.
Or and also post any photos up in the Penny Happy Little Minis Facebook group.
Right. Speaking of
Check
which, do
those
we
out.
have any to look at today?
Yep.
Oh,
right.
cool. Excellent.
Look at them.
Yeah, that was a great
That was a good
transition.
time.
Let's take a look.
Takes up that day.
There
no,
we go.
no
Oh,
worries. All right.
Okay.
What are we looking at? All right.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Wow.
That's a lot of them.
Yep.
For
Yeah,
Talisman.
Talisman, the Adventure board game.
Good job, Andrew.
Yep. Lots of great minis there.
The Reaper Bones detectives
Yep.
or investigators.
Yep.
Those would be
They look
great,
great.
for like a Cthulhu game.
Yeah.
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 I
Very
like
Cthulhu.
those. Wow.
Cursed dice. What is that? It
That's
looks like
a,
an earth elemental.
No, it's one of the Trollbloods, like one of the massive Trollbloods from the Hordes range from Privateer Press.
Oh, okay. That thing is ridiculous.
Kind of looks like the sea became a creature and then there was an island on his back.
Yeah, lifted up the island. Yep. They've got that whole Trollbloods range. They've got lots of great minis like that.
Okay. Oh, Chris Gorka,
Yep.
with his translucents that he's been working on.
Yep. So this is some creeping slime, and his gelatinous cubes.
Yeah, so good.
I like
cool.
those.
So we're going to send anybody who asks about painting translucent stuff, Chris, we're going to send them to you.
Yeah. Oh, Dave's Frost Giant, so good. This is one of the
wow.
Nolzor's Frost Giants from WizKids. And I am working on the same miniature right now.
Okay. Yep.
Not that good. Mine is not that good.
You need to
That's
copy. You need to copy.
amazing.
Oh my
Look
God.
at the details.
Yep.
All right, I'm done.
Awesome. Drew.
Ooh,
Of course.
Yep. Drew's been
that
doing some
looks
good
so
stuff.
good. Yeah, those
I
snow
love
troopers
the
with the,
terrain tufts.
Yep.
yeah.
They look good. I think when he posted them in the group yesterday, somebody's like, "Oh, it looks like they're on the wrong sort of terrain."
They're not.
And Drew was like, "Well, if Lord Vader says drop down to this planet, they're more like sort of. It's more important for them to say yes, sir, than it is to say, do you think we're in the right gear, Lord Vader? Maybe you could spring for another uniform. I don't know."
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, they look great. Nice job. Oh, yep, and Elizabeth Becky Bradford has been
yes.
painting.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, this thing is so good.
Yep.
She does such amazing work. I've looked at some of the other things she's been working on.
Yep.
And it's like, okay.
Yep. No, Liz, beautiful. She's also part of the Miniature Monthly team.
Okay.
They have a Patreon going and do lots of tutorials and that sort of
Okay.
thing. Which is very cool. Jean Lopez painting the
The Chohakai demons.
Wrath of Demons. Demons is from Journey. This was a board game based on a, I think, ancient Chinese tale.
Okay.
But the Chinese tale has also been turned into numerous sort of live action things. And from back in the day, I remember them as a kid watching them. It was Monkey was the name of the show.
Monkey.
Of course, it's the Monkey King.
Oh, the Monkey
The
King.
Monkey King.
Yeah,
It
they've
looks
got
good.
the new adventures of the Monkey King on Netflix.
Yep.
Isn't that Jackie Chan?
No.
The voice?
No.
No.
It's not animated, it's live action. It has a
Oh.
very Xena feel to it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's that classic style of
Yeah.
adventuring story. But yeah, I love those. They're cool.
We have more, but I'll wait up.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we'll come back. So we'll come back to.
There were a lot of them.
Okay.
The weekend.
People were super
That's
busy
true.
over the weekend, which is great. So now that the wash is dried on a couple of these guys, I'm going to hit them with a quick dry brush of the Vallejo Aluminium.
What?
Yep, Vallejo Model Air Aluminium. There it is. It's got the second I in there,
It does have it.
and so you know it's right,
You know,
and not aluminum. There we go. You can see how it just picks out the edges on those breastplates and pauldrons and what were they? Chouters?
Coulters.
Couters?
Couters.
Couters? There we go. I'm just hoping that that Gretchen's watching this and cringing each time we mispronounce the
Oh,
piece of
yeah.
armor.
Yes,
She'll be able to let us know next time.
she will. She'll let us know.
You guys are terrible.
Frost Giants are so cool.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, Walter.
That's funny. I completely missed that. Completely pointed it out. Sometimes-
Hey, Josh is like, oh, nothing from me. I'm big mad. We know you're not, and I'm sure there is.
We got more.
We
got
have more.
No, I didn't.
Oh no!
Oh man, Leona dissed you, Josh.
No.
Sorry. Sorry. Please stay. We can get a replacement.
What?
We can bring Johnny back.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, we're gonna stick with Leona.
Johnny's fired
Fired? No, he isn't.
from Painting Happy
From
Lemons.
Painting Happy Lemonies? Okay. I still love you, Johnny. He opened the door for me today.
Did he?
He let me in the building.
What a kindness that was.
I know. It was amazing. It was very exciting. So, yeah.
Another reason to keep him on the
Keep it on the payroll.
on the outs.
Oh, on the outs?
Yeah.
For letting me in?
Yeah.
You're terrible. Okay. How's that yellow going?
It's the worst.
I was asking Mia.
Oh, my bad.
You got the first layer to go on, and then
Cool. That's good.
just kind of got distracted on his like little bags and his
All the little patches. in the
yeah,
back. Yep.
little pouches and all little details.
Cool. Okay. There we go.
What I don't understand is why is he carrying so much gear?
Well, you've seen the size of them, right? These are
They're-
big guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're either carrying food or they're carrying money to buy food. Mind you, it's the mountains men, so they're probably just going to take food
Right.
from people. But
And, you know, every time you've seen, like, the battles, they always had their, like, garrisons, right? So keep it at your garrison, all this stuff. Don't carry it into
Yeah.
battle. It's a waste.
you trust anybody in that world?
Uh,
Hey, here's all my money. I'm just going to leave it with you.
I trust one person in that world.
It's not Littlefinger.
Ned Stark.
No. I trust him to die. I trust that
Sean,
actor.
Sean Bean.
I trust Sean Bean to die in everything he's in.
You're surprised he lasted 9 episodes, right?
The
Who do you trust?
Tyrion.
Tyrion?
Yeah.
Ah.
Way.
Oh, because he doesn't need your money.
No, I trust Tyrion because the thing about Tyrion, when you read the books,
Yep.
everything he says to a person is validated by his inner dialogue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He doesn't like say something and then in his inner dialogue, it's like, ah ha ha, I'm going to totally, you know, not do that thing, or I'm going to be everything that they think I am, but my words are saying
Right.
differently. He was possibly one of the most honest characters in the books.
Interesting. Okay, chat, change his mind. We're any examples? Probably not.
Of what?
It's probably something you've studied closely.
It's one of the things I mean, I've read all the books that have been written. Thank you, George R. R. Martin, for not finishing them. But,
Hey,
just
he's getting
saying.
there. He's getting there.
Who cares? It's going to be over with
Oh,
here in April.
Well, just
Yeah.
the HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing a prequel series too,
That'll
I
be exciting.
guess.
Leona's a little bit down on that.
Leona's like, I'm over this already.
I don't like prequels.
No.
So,
But yeah, so I just really like his character.
cool. That's okay. I'm just going to reach across in front of
All good. Yeah, I trust no one.
you. No one in Game of Thrones?
The only person I like liked or trusted was the Tyrells, and that didn't
Oh,
go so well.
No, God.
I was so mad.
They were beautiful, beautiful characters with thorns. And they
Yep.
definitely showed those, right?
Yep.
I loved Marjorie.
How does one get a mini photo to you for viewing? Hey, Ross, that's a great question. On Facebook, we have a group called Painting Happy Little Minis, and you're more than welcome and actually encouraged to join us there. We're building an amazing community.
Yep.
And you can post your pictures up there if you have like really cool ideas and tactics on painting, share your ideas and everything. And then if you have questions, there are a lot of amazing artists and professionals in there that will absolutely share their toolbox with you as well.
Indeed.
Michael Gonzalez says, finishing the Game of Thrones starter box was one of my most satisfying painting moments. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Kind of like when we did the Legion,
Oh, yeah.
the Star Wars Legion stuff. Done.
Done. We're done. Yeah. I'm excited for to see the free folk when they hit.
Jason says, Tyrion can be trusted because he has short legs and can't run fast.
I'd have to-
and so he can't get away with your stuff.
I don't have to run the fastest. I just have to be able to run faster than Tyrion. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. He's not going to get away with all your gear.
Right.
Makes sense.
So you can see there that how that yellow can go. So quickly, or that first layer at least.
Chris says, I'm still doing Legion stuff and I haven't even started my own stuff. yet."
Oh. Chris has been doing lots of commission work on.
Yeah.
on
Mike
Legion.
Becker says, tactics on painting? Yeah, I like that phrase. You know, it's like you said, when you go into a painting a miniature, and if you already have a plan of what you're going to
Yep.
use, that's your tactic of your plan of attack.
That's not your strategy?
Same,
Okay.
but I like the word tactics.
Tomato, tomato. He's like,
It's not,
tomato,
it's not quite the same. Not quite the
These are
same.
my
I don't-
tactics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They're going to be your tactics.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. But yeah, that's immediately what I thought. I thought, I know I've used painting strategies before. I think we'll come up with some examples.
Yeah.
We'll take the analogy and run with it.
Thank you.
No worries.
I probably like the word because it's shorter than strategy.
All right, that's probably it. Hashtag tactics.
Hashtag tactics.
Where did
David Woodring was, is that
And
Anamia?
dark wash.
It is Anamia.
There we go. There we go.
ta-da?
That's right. Tactics for 5 to 10 minis, strategy for 10 plus.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
right.
that actually makes sense. I could see that.
Yep.
Squad tactics, Legion strategy.
Right, okay. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, if you try to paint 100 miniatures without a strategy,
Oh, God.
yeah,
Doomed.
doomed.
Hey Dave, is there a book out there?
I wasn't going to mention it this episode.
Well, you should.
Yes, there is a book. I wrote a book about the strategies.
Of what, Dave?
The strategies of painting armies, painting wargaming collections,
Legions and possibly even hordes?
armies and legions and hordes.
Oh my.
Yes. So yes, the people in the UK and Europe have started to receive their copies, their backer copies.
Nice.
The books for the US and Canada are on a boat on their way to us now, and hopefully mid-February, as long as there are no other delays getting through customs. Fingers crossed. It'll be mid-February that we
Nice.
start shipping the backer copies for the US and Canada. But yeah, very exciting to sort of finally get those into people's hands. And Alliance Game Distributors are going to be carrying the book as well.
Oh, very cool.
Those guys.
Those guys. So hopefully they'll have be able to get those into stores in early March. Would be the aim for that.
Cool. That'll be awesome.
It will be. I'm excited.
Jason says, I'm waiting on the Unsullied to come out.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. They're going to be a fantastic looking unit, I think.
Oh, yeah. Crushing. Painting strategery. That's what it is.
Strategery?
Strategery.
Yep.
Dave wrote a book about painting strategery.
Yep.
Yes.
I sure did.
That's Mike Becker.
Hey, Mike.
Now here's my question for you: what color would you do the sash?
Oh, around his waist.
Would that match the?
No, I'd probably. I think I'd just do that in either browns or black.
Browns or?
Yeah, actually, black would be a good one.
Okay.
Because the Clegane colors are yellow and black.
Ah, like a bumblebee.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Yes. But yep.
I like how the dark stain like makes it look aged on the bottom. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So David
Nice and
Woodring
dirty.
says, that's awesome, a cosplayer and mini fanatic. I'm pleased to see this. And she's hanging out with Dave. Hey, I'm here too.
Now I want a.
And Rick.
And this guy.
And Rick.
But it's great having Mia come in here, obviously,
Yep.
to paint with us because
You get the
one,
noob position.
she's
the noobs.
good. You're good. I like what you're doing right now, and it's always fun because you always bring different perspective to pretty much everything we do.
I try.
There we go. So I think this is a nice example of the range of sort of the amount of yellow that the models have on them. From none to a little bit to almost entirely yellow. Okay.
Ugh.
So, but of course, you've both chosen the mid-range one. Radio, next up.
I really want like a large tub of the dark wash to do armor with for cosplay now.
Cosplay stuff? Yep.
Oh, that'd be so awesome. I could just imagine taking like a whole like shoulder piece and just dipping it in, letting it kind of dry off, and
Yep.
Well, they don't have. Well, they probably do, but they don't have like 5-gallon buckets. But they have these little cans for wash, because one of the
Oh,
things
yep.
is what's it called? Dip and spin.
Different flick.
Dip and flick.
Yep.
So you put your miniature, you dip it, and then you.
oh,
Flick
Flick
off
it.
the excess.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
But yeah, it,
It's quick and easy.
yeah, definitely. If you you can base coat your whole miniature,
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing, all the base coating you need to do, and then dip it in a particular shade. And if you pick the right shade and you pick the right base coats, it just shades everything. Just to wash over everything.
That's amazing.
Yep.
See, I'm going to take these painting ideas and I'm going to utilize them for cosplay.
Yep. Definitely cool. Adam, the Army Painters representative in the U.S., just recently teamed up with one of the top 40K players in the country to paint up an orc army.
Mm-hmm.
They were painting 40K orcs a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
You had to paint an orc army, and they did it in less than, I think they spent less than 24 hours on the entire army.
Wow.
Or maybe it was a little bit more. 24, 48, somewhere in there.
All right.
Anyway, but like over 100 miniatures.
That's crazy.
Sprayed particular colors on the sprue, then clipped off and assembled. So they had all the base coats, or almost all the base coats done, touching up some of the base coats, and then dipping everything.
So
and
Dave
basing.
says he's got Boba Fett to start working on tonight. Max says as soon as they release the Tully faction, I'm 100% all in.
Nice.
Chris says I really enjoyed painting Boba Fett, and he painted it for a friend. Dave validated me. Said,
Good.
you know, said
Good.
that
I'm
was
glad.
nice.
I'm glad somebody's doing it.
Yeah. Carl, wash does not scale. Wash on even 58mm figures looks sketchy.
Yeah, it can. Yep.
Water
And
in that-
it's a lot of it's the concept.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Mike says dipping doesn't work too well for cosplay.
Darn it. I'm like, I figured out a new way. Nope.
I think it's a way there'll be a way to work it.
I hate to say it, I'm always looking for like a faster way to do things with cosplay.
Yep. Do you do much airbrushing?
Um,
in your cosplay?
Sometimes I have a number of air. My problem is I'm not good at cleaning the airbrush guns,
Right. Okay.
and so mine just get clogged. And then I'm like, I guess I'm never using this again.
Right. So,
But when I do have ones that function, it's amazing.
yep. For the terrain that we painted over the weekend, we did a lot of it with airbrushes. Some Badger airbrushes
Oh, those are good.
and some of the, I think it was the Patriot 105s. And they were absolute tanks.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and some of the guys were there spraying for 2 or 3 hours without having to clean out
Wow.
the brush.
I feel like your fingers would get like that
Oh, yeah.
nummy sensation after a while.
But there was plenty of cramping and complaining, don't get me wrong, but but not from the airbrushes. The airbrushes were great.
They were in beast mode the whole weekend.
Yeah. We used a lot of the Stynal Res
Nice.
paints.
Can we take a look at some, a couple more minis before the end of the show here?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
All right. So Justin Shin here at Titan Games.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Worked on this, did a freehand bass. It was really
That's
nice.
cute.
I saw him last night. He's working on another waifu from Kingdom Death. The Nolzur's Dragonborn
Oh yeah. Yeah, they look
by
great.
Kelly Scott.
I like
Rowe.
the highlights.
Yeah. Yeah, that armor, the scale armor looks fantastic. Nice job.
Yeah. Kelly did a great job. Matt Davies and his Space Marines.
Yeah. These are some of the Primaris Marines,
Okay.
the new ones, the bigger, taller.
I like
Stronger,
the sheen.
faster.
It looks like almost like a car, like you know, like the cars that
yep.
have like the different color sheen.
Yeah, it has a iridescent spray on it.
That's
Yep.
what it. Yeah, that's
the,
pretty.
the color shift
I like it.
paint. Cool.
Deadly and pretty.
Yeah. Nice.
Night Haunts.
Yeah, these look great.
Sebastian did an amazing job. Good job, Sebastian.
Yeah. I love the, this is like a different take on it. Normally it's the sort of the green fading down to a white,
Okay.
but this brown and black fading to the green is
I like
really
it. That's
good.
really cool.
It's creepy,
It's
isn't
got
it?
a bit more of a, for me it's got a bit more of a Tolkien feel.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
I really like that one.
Yeah, that looked great. Nice work. Wendy Vogel did this, this crazy tree
cute.
man kind of.
Nice. That looks like it's from one of the like Arcadia quests or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it last night, but I can't remember the manufacturer. But yeah. Oh, 22 West painted Superman.
Jeez,
Wow.
that is slick.
Very nice. Yep,
That's a good red cape.
that's
Yeah.
a great red cape. Yeah,
Wow.
it's really nice. I love the work on the sort of the ice and the water as well. It's got a lot of depth in it,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Well, his blues, his reds on all of those are great.
Yep. Nice work, everybody.
Absolutely.
Good job.
And just as a reminder, if you have not yet joined our group on Facebook, it is Painting Happy Little Minis. We would love to have you over there
Yep.
to do some painting strategery with us.
Oh my goodness. Never a dull moment to say.
Mike Becker says, airbrush and dry brush are your cosplay friend.
Yep.
It's truth. Yeah, that soups is amazing. Just need a big enough paint pod.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I think my biggest thing I really need to work on, besides everything, is faces.
faces? Okay.
Yeah.
I try to put eyes on them,
Yeah,
and then they just always.
I
look
don't
funny.
anymore. I've
What we maybe what we should do is we should do an episode where we get like we line up 4 or 5 faces on a strip, and we go along and paint them. We each have the same strip, and we each paint the
paint the
same
faces.
things and practice and practice
Yeah.
and practice.
I need to. It's
That'd be
it's
a-
literally it's my Achilles heel on miniatures.
This is the Achilles heel in miniatures back here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Slow clap.
Slow
from
clap
over
from
there.
Leona. That's awesome.
Yep.
All right. We've only got about 5 minutes left, so
Okay.
if you haven't finished up all the things,
Well, hopefully we'll come back and paint some more of these on Thursday.
yeah.
I think my guy might actually be
You done?
pretty much done.
Yeah, I made the strategic mistake.
This
Trying to do too many at
Painting
once.
too many at once, yeah. I was letting all that wash dry. That was my fault. So, there we go. I like the way that you can get to a bright yellow really quickly, even over black.
Well,
So using that other color mix.
yeah. That was actually a really good bit of intel
Yep.
towards my tactic.
Okay. Next time you'll just stumble on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, next time I don't have to stumble on it because next time I already know.
This is true.
And that will become strategy.
So these are the first two of those models. And I get this, the yellow finished off here. Are we, how close are we? Oh, almost there.
All right.
We'll have to go. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, of
I'm
course,
finishing.
Rick.
Okay.
Dagnabbit.
All right.
Yeah, today has been a messy paint day.
All right, there's my guy.
All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out which one's my guy. They're all blending now.
Oh, yeah.
Which one did you do? Because I don't know anymore.
Mine's the one with the green pouch on his back.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, so yours is that
Yours
one. I
is,
think mine's the.
Yours is this one.
Okay.
Yep.
So mine's to the right of you or left of you. I don't know. One that's backwards now.
Excellent. And
And it's kind of funny is you both use different yellows, but we're kind of in the same
yeah.
look. You
That's
know,
good. That's good. Oh, you started with the. What did you start with originally?
I started with
the bronze flesh?
the bronze flesh tone and as my base.
Look at him. He looks good.
They all look good. Sweet.
Okay. And
Hey.
get rid of that guy. There we go.
Oh, you're.
Thanks, Michael. Over on the YouTube, Michael said they look great.
Thank you.
Check out Star Hat Miniatures and say hi to Darcy for me. Getting used to flesh tones about a year ago, said David. Brian also says highlights with a sad face. Yeah, very cool. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. Everybody did a great
Yeah.
job today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We do appreciate it, and we love it when you share our content out to the world with all your friends that might be painting as well. We do appreciate that very much. On Thursday, we will be drawing for our 1,000 member winner, even though we had that little bit of a snafu.
Little bit of a glitch.
It's literally the day that we got to 1,000, Facebook decided to be like, oh, by the way, if they haven't accepted the
Invitation. And
The invitation.
I think it's fair enough.
I agree.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's also a good idea that we give away the paint set now.
Yeah.
And maybe we can give away another one at the actual 1,000.
Yeah, at the actual 1,000.
Yeah.
Once we actually get there. Thank you, Facebook. But other than that, make sure you go to your friendly local game store and check out all the cool offerings that they have in regards to Song of Ice and Fire. They have the core sets, they have the unit sets that are currently available.
Yeah. So yeah, army-wise, there's the Lannisters, the Starks, there's a neutral faction, which are the Boltons. You can fight for anybody. Yeah, I know. Exactly, those guys. And there's the Night's Watch. And coming soon, the Free Folk.
Free Folk.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely good.
And when you go to the friendly local game store, you can always find more players, and that's one of the great things about gaming is it is a community building, a community sharing.
Community event.
It's awesome like that. Yeah, it's the best. All right. So, anyways, this has been Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.